My name is Sabrina Hines, and this is my story. Um, Most of my life, I struggled with my weight, up and down. I've tried different programs that allowed me to lose 20 pounds, but I would gain it back. And it's one thing I've been praying about and asking God just to help me to be able to do something to be in control of my body. And my temple, which is my temple, is the glory of God. And I wanted to be, I work in ministry, and I wanted to be an example to other people as well. Just, because we always talk about weight and struggling, but a couple in my ministry I watched them, and they were on the program. They didn't talk about it for a while, but then I noticed the weight loss that they did lose, and his wife spoke to me about it, and she told me about this program, Nutrimost. And some of the things they talked about with Nutrimost is about the calories you have to take in. And I said, I don't know if I can really do this, because I was a junk food eater. I would eat late at night. I have a schedule where most of the time my eating was late at night. So I said, I don't know how I'm going to do this program, but I said, I want to do something for myself for a change. Always doing something for so many people in my family, but I just wanted to do something for me. So I thank God for Nutrimost, because when I started the program, my weight was out of control. I had high blood pressure. I had my borderline also diabetic. And I have to say today that I've lost 30 pounds. I'm not taking any medication. I haven't gone to my doctor yet, but because I started the program April 3rd, and 40 days later, I'm 30 pounds lighter, and I lost 50 pounds of fat. And when Dr. Kovac told me about that, I was like really amazed. And I just thank God for the Nutrimost program. It's really helped me to be able to take control of my life, and to be able to realize that I can be on a calorie diet where it was 500 calories. I can make better food choices. And this program has been great, and I thank God for Dr. Kovac and his wife, who embraced me when I came. And I just feel that this is a beginning of my journey of taking control of my body and taking control of my life and being able to eat better and to stay well. So I thank God for the program.
I'm Lauren.
Hi, I'm Al.
And we have been married almost 3 years this October. To recap, when we first met, which was a little over 4 years ago, I remember that probably within a month's time, one of the first things I probably said to my husband after our first date was, "Oh, and by the way, this is the heaviest I've ever been," because I wanted him to think that I was in better shape than I was currently. And from that point, we did fall in love. And unfortunately or fortunately, we were definitely enjoying ourselves quite a bit, going out to dinner. We did still work out at the time, but we kind of let things slide.
We definitely let things slide. I mean, I think at one point we also had personal trainers, because we decided that we were going to get married, so we hired personal trainers to try to get into shape. And I think, obviously the results weren't what we wanted to, but I think we were trying to do the right thing. After we got married, obviously, the party continued a little bit. So we would go out quite a bit, probably more than we should, and, just kind of threw caution to the wind, weren't exercising as much as we should. And then we came to a point, I would say about maybe a year and a half ago, that we said, listen, we have to start trying a lot better. Let's not go out. Let's obviously save money, cook more, cook healthy. We were doing that. We were cooking healthy things for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, working out, and it just wasn't working. It wasn't helping us. I think I had said to my wife, I said, listen, I think we need to try something different. Obviously, something's not working, and that's when
I saw a woman who works for my cousin as a hairdresser, and I would go there every couple of weeks, and every time I went there, she was smaller and smaller. So she ended up doing my hair, and I just had to ask, what are you doing? And so she told me about Nutrimost. She told me that there are facilities kind of in different areas. There wasn't just one in New Jersey where she went. So we, being from New York, we Googled and found Dr. Tom Kovacs. And we came in actually in September of 2015, before a big vacation that we were going on that had been previously planned. So we said, we'll be back right after that. And we
did. We kept our word. We came back to see him. true to what we had thought, our bodies were broken, right? And nothing we could have done, Tom told us, nothing we would have done working out wise, eating wise would have helped us. So we decided that we wanted to start our journey. We wanted to try something new. I started the program, I was 220 pounds. We started in November of 2015. We ended the program 40 days later, and I was at 180 pounds. I hadn't been 180 pounds since right after high school, probably. I felt great. I wasn't taking any heartburn medication. I used to start my day with some heartburn medication. No matter what I ate, I had to take the heartburn medication. I was pre-diabetic. I had high blood pressure. So this program was absolutely life-changing. Meeting Dr. Tom and Rhonda was a life-changing event for me. And from the bottom of my heart, I don't think I could thank them enough.
I lost 30 pounds. I would say for me, the biggest thing was I was convinced there was something wrong with my metabolism. And I know when we did the first analysis, a lot of my biomarkers, I believe they're called, I think it was like 38 out of 52 were, metabolism related or thyroid related. And this program helped me kind of cleanse my body and also really gain an understanding of the things that I had done in the past that probably was affecting me today. So things about the fat-free foods and things that were more not natural-based, even though that they were a low-calorie count. So I think this really kind of reset me to understand what I was putting in my mouth. I do still enjoy food, but we make better selections and we try to balance out kind of from week to week how we're approaching our meals. And the way we cook is so much different than ever before. And we're just really focused, and I would say to be in control as well, where we kind of know what we need to do on a week-to-week basis.
This has truly been a life-changing event for the both of us, and it's not, it's something that, again, when you initially think about it and hear about it, you become very skeptical. You think this is some kind of gimmick. We're living proof that this works, and it's something that we've been able to sustain.
So to me, it was about getting back or for us, getting back to the basics. And also, I think we agree that doing it as a team really, we feel good about it and how we approach it and keep each other in check.
Yeah, there was definitely a benefit to doing it as a team. I don't think we didn't cheat one day.
No.
We were very supportive of one another, and we pushed one another. We made sure that our meals were prepared the right way, that we were, measuring our food as we needed to, and just, doing what we needed to do and following the program to the true letter of the law, and I think the results were pretty obvious.
And the one thing that I would say, kind of summarizing then on the food aspect, just because obviously that's a big hurdle, is that I know in working with Rhonda, she made things very easy in explaining how to approach it. She really just broke it down about how you had to make certain changes, where we originally were saying, oh, how we were going to do that. She was like, you just do X, Y, Z. And the way she did it was like, oh, okay.
So it was a very good coach, in terms of preparing our meals for our day or for our week, and, just taking us through the process. And very, very supportive, as was Dr. Tom. Yeah. Always accessible, always available for questions. I think we asked our fair share of questions, and she was always very patient, as was Dr. Tom, and absolutely very helpful. So, okay. I'll say this was definitely a life-changing thing for the both of us. It's taught us a lot, and it's prepared us for the journey for the rest of our lives.
Hello, my name is Meryl, and I wanted to share a bit about my Nutrimost journey with you. My journey has actually been a lifelong journey. I would say for my entire adult life, which has been the last, 15 plus years, I have battled with my weight. It's been a constant up and down yo-yo, and every time I would go down, the scale would go down. I felt great, and I saw that as a license to kind of become a bit more laid back, and that's when the scale would go right back up, plus more. I finally got to a point where I was just sick of the yo-yoing and decided to do something about it. I got back to the gym. I started eating right, and lo and behold, nothing happened. And I figured something must be wrong. I'm working out, I'm eating right, and nothing is happening. So that's when I started to do some research. I started to talk to some friends, and like fate, I actually ran into a friend who had been doing the Nutrimost program, and in the 3 months that had gone by that I hadn't seen her, it was like she was a new person. So I was like, what are you doing? You know, tell me everything, and where do I sign, was basically my attitude, because I had had it. You know, I was so frustrated with myself. So that's when she introduced me to the Nutrimost program, and I have to be honest, it has really changed my life. I started my Nutrimost journey back in January 2016, so just after New Year's, really, so what is that, 4 months ago at this point. And I, at that point, was 240 pounds. I had high blood pressure. I had high triglycerides. My sugar was borderline diabetic, or classifying me as diabetic. I had sleep apnea, and I never had energy. I was tired all the time. You name it, and I had it. And so but I told my doctor, I said, I don't want to go on medication. I'm going to try this program. I want to see if I could do this on my own just by losing weight. And so she agreed. And so that's when I started the program. I've done 2 rounds, and I am now down 65 pounds. No longer have high blood pressure, no longer have sleep apnea, no longer have high sugar, no longer have high triglycerides, and all without any type of medication. All of it really is just through getting healthy. And one thing that this program has given me, besides the obvious gift of health, is the gift of control. I am now in control of my health. I'm in control of my nutrition and what I put into my body. And that is a really great feeling. It's empowering, and it's given me the courage to continue this for the rest of my life, and it's given me the know-how to continue this for the rest of my life. And finally, I feel confident that I have ended that yo-yo cycle. I feel really confident that I will keep this weight off. And actually, I have been keeping this weight off for the last month and a half, which is longer than I've ever kept weight off. So I'm really excited about that. And I would encourage anyone who is on the fence or iffy about this to dive in head first. Don't just dip your toe, dive in head first, because you're saving your life.
So, hi, my name is Brian, and I want to tell my story about Nutrimost. My journey, like everyone else's, is pretty much the same. I heard of the program through a friend of mine. Actually, a close friend of mine actually did the program, and I saw the dramatic weight loss in a short period of time. I was a little skeptical of it, and I just thought, I had my thoughts about it. What brought me here was, historically, I've been a person who's trained like a U.S. Marine in order to control my weight, and I got really tired of it because it's a lot of work. Running, the swimming, the jumping rope, it's taking a toll on my body, and it's quite boring at times, and I kind of let go. One of my biggest problems is sugar. I'm a person who consumes sugar at the wrong times. I don't even know if there's a right time to consume sugar, but too much sugar in my diet, in the foods that I eat and the things that I drink. And it caused a serious problem because it got to the point where none of my clothes fit. And I didn't feel good. I didn't look necessarily, if you knew my weight, you would never have guessed what I weighed, because again, I'm this exercise person, but I knew and my clothes knew. So a friend of mine, I went to a physician. Oh, by the way, I need to add, I'm a member of AARP. And I went to the doctor to do the older guy checkup stuff and was complaining to the doctor about some of my problems. My back hurts, I'm tired all the time, I don't feel good, I'm moody, I just want to lay on the couch all the time. And he did all the work on me, and he came back in the room, he said, you know what? There's nothing wrong with you. I've never seen such perfect vitals in my life, but you're too fat. And you know, looking at the weight that I had gained, I was 257 pounds. I was really amazed because even with the weight training, and sometimes I would stop or I get really busy at work, I would gain a little bit of weight, but never to this point. And it really just didn't depress me. It was like, man, I gotta go back to doing something. But I wanted to do something different. So I came to the office here to see Rhonda and Tom and talked about the program. I already knew about it because a close friend of mine who's actually doing the program as well was involved with it. But I still in the back of my mind, I said, this is a scam. This is a scam. They're going to take your money. The office will be closed when you come back. All of these things. And but I said I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to put the money on the line. I've done a lot of things. I have blown money on things that are quite useless and futile. I have the money for this. It's not about the money, it's about my health. And I did the program, and I need to tell you that it works. In the first week, I lost 13 pounds. I was amazed. I don't know anybody who exercises do you know how long it takes to lose 13 pounds? It's 6-7 months of constant sweating and running and eating and rah, rah, rah. And I did it in a week. So today makes day 34 for me, and I've lost about 36 pounds. I'm amazed, and then again, I'm not amazed, because as I started to read the book and I started to look at the ingredients, and I was reading the bottles and what was in it, and kind of just looking at this stuff, I said to myself, they figured out how on a cellular level to reverse your metabolism, and mine is pretty bad. So I no longer, in the beginning of the program, I struggled. I was craving sugar. I was dreaming about eating Pop-Tarts. I woke up and said, oh my God, I was eating Pop-Tarts and all this stuff. And, but since the cravings have stopped, I found healthy substitutes. I'm an experimenter, I'm a scientist. I start playing with things, and I started experimenting with things. I found really good recipes I came up with on my own. I found drinks that I can drink that are healthy, that are not loaded with sugar, and it got my face looking like you wouldn't believe. So to that, I'm thankful to the Nutrimost program. I'm thankful to Dr. Tom and Rhonda for introducing me and working with me and fielding some of my questions. And for those of you who may be wondering if it works, I'm here to tell you that it does. Thanks. So, you know, again, one of my problems is I have tons of clothes. I have 3 different sets of outfits. I'm skinny, I'm doing good, getting there, and oh my gosh, I can't believe this. So I have everything from, depending on who the manufacturer is, XXX all the way down to large. And it's, one of the interesting things is, since I've been on this diet, I have a closet full of clothes from all the stores with tags on it. Could never wear them. When I went to the store, I put the clothes on. I was like, okay, this fits. It's a little tight, but I'm getting back in the gym. I'm going running. I'm gonna do this. I was at the stove making cookies, right? And the clothes don't fit. They sat in the closet. But now, this whole weekend, I was just, because I can't go out, can't drink, can't eat food. And people are eating in front of me, drive me crazy. But I went in the closet and tried on all my clothes with all the tags on them. I have a brand new wardrobe.